Jon Bruce has been the co-anchor of Good Morning Charleston for 6 years. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down one-on-one with him. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. And listen to this interview later on the free Quintin's Close-Ups iHeartRadio podcast. Jon Bruce.
Quintin.
It's so good to see you again.
Nice to have you.
Anytime. And we're here at ABC News 4 in Mount Pleasant. And I just went back and watched our interview from 6 years ago in 2012.
Boy. I had a lot more hair back then.
I didn't pay attention. And the last question I asked you was about your future.
Yeah.
And you basically said, hey, you hope to be here doing the same thing as anchor of Good Morning in Charleston. It's 6 years ago.
How about that?
Where are you emotionally?
Dreams really do come true.
That's true.
I'll be honest with you. I thought I had plans to stay here for 2 years and leave and go on to a higher market. And, I fell in love with this city. This region, it embraced me with open arms. I, in turn, hope that I have embraced it with open arms. My wife is here now. We're having a baby girl pretty soon.
Congratulations.
So thank you very much. Appreciate that. So I'm going to start a family here. And this is where I've wanted to be for the last 8, 9, almost 10 years that I've been here. And there's really no place else I'd rather start my day and help other people start their day than right here at ABC News 4 and in Charleston.
What is the biggest difference between 10 years ago and now in your mind?
I'm a completely different person, I was 25 years old then. I thought I was trying to make a name for myself in TV and eventually, like I said, get out and go to that higher market or do something else. And, the people here have always been really great to me and the station's been great to me. They rewarded me with another contract and I get the opportunity to wake people up every morning here in the greater Charleston area. And that's something I really enjoy doing. Back in college, I was thinking about this the other day, Quintin, when you asked me to do it. We were sitting in communications class and they said, all right, look to your left, look to your right. Those two people, most likely statistically, aren't going to be here when you graduate, and trying to get a job on TV, that's going to be even more difficult. So the fact that I'm actually living my dream, which I say daily, it's truly a blessing. It's something that I still am in awe of every day, and it's something I want to continue doing for as long as they're going to let me do it.
And together you have Emily Gracie, Tessa Spencer, now Megan Rivers together.
Powerhouse team, huh?
I know. How did that happen?
Yeah, nothing to do with me, I'll tell you that. But no, we've all kind of gelled together. It's like a family. When you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're working with these people literally for 4, 5, 6 hours a day in the same room. As you can see, there's no windows in here. There's not a lot going on. So you really have to kind of make small talk. And you get to know these people. They really do become your family. Emily's giving me a lot of parenting advice right now, which I'm really thankful for. And, we all just get along. A lot of people say this is an act. It's on TV. There's no way they can be that peppy and perky and happy in the morning. We are. We enjoy each other's company. We like being here, and we really enjoy what we do.
Since that time that you became anchor of Good Morning Charleston, there's so many big news stories that have happened in this town. What's that one story that goes through your mind right now?
Well, obviously your mind goes right back to Emmanuel, getting that phone call at 1:45 in the morning, and then being woken up by my wife by that news. I didn't believe it. I didn't know what she was saying. So when we got that call, your mind couldn't comprehend it. It wasn't until I really got here and was briefed on what was happening downtown at Mother Emmanuel that you really got kind of a sense of it. And then Quintin, I can tell you that the next 7-10 days are almost a complete blur. We were down there live every single day, just hearing these stories of sadness and tragedy. And it was so hot in the middle of summer, and these people, they were there inside that church on Sunday having services after this massive, just tragic attack, not only on their church, but really their livelihoods in general. And, it touched me profoundly. I remember we anchored that first Sunday service right after the attack happened, and it was me on the desk by myself. And by the end of it, watching the emotion in that church of those people, the resolve to forgive and go on, tears were streaming down my face. And from then it went right into the flag being taken down from the State House, and I was there for that. It was about 103 degrees that day, and so I can tell you for those probably 2-3 months, it was a whirlwind. And I remember our boss coming in and saying, if anyone needs grief counseling or for any of the traumatic stuff that you've been through, and I didn't take her up on that, but I just remember at the long stretch when it was finally over, just sitting there and finally letting all those emotions out and just literally just bawling, crying, just for the sadness what those people, had to suffer and endure, and just, how much this town came together and really made a name for itself against hatred. And it put us on the map for a really positive thing. And, a lot of people say you're not supposed to show emotion. You're supposed to be impartial. It was difficult to not do that during that time.
From that time to now, how do you approach a news story as a reporter?
Well, it's different on the story. I've been thankful. I got to kind of pick and choose what I do now. We kind of have this advocacy team, and it's been a lot of, different things. There's a story I did about fake urine, which was kind of bizarre. We got to take more of a it's on sale here in the Low Country, kind of take a more playful approach on that. But then there was a active shooter police training with the Mount Pleasant Police, where they gave me make-believe pistol and said, all right, well, something's going to happen around this corner. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you have to act and you have to decide what to do. And I failed one of those tests, and that kind of broke a lot of light to my eyes about just the hardships that law enforcement, first responders have to go through every day. So how do you approach it? You do the best you can. You do your research just like you do. You formulate some questions, but then when you're in that interview process, it's natural. It has to be a natural conversation, and it kind of just goes where it goes, and you pick and choose what you want to put on the sound bites at the end. Hopefully you do a good job.
How does the conversation go from here after Mother Emanuel?
I hope that it does continue. Obviously, we've had a lot of elected officials and high prominent, even celebrities in town. They visit the church. I haven't been back since. I can't bring myself to go back to the church. I wasn't inside, but every time I even pass by it, I say a little prayer and kind of continue on my way. I'm not ready. But the conversation has continued, and that's the best thing that's happened since this thing. The gentleman who perpetrated that attack is in jail where he belongs. There are copycats out there that think he's an inspiration, but I think that there are so many more people that just show that, Charleston is all about love. It's about acceptance. It's about forgiveness. And I just hope that that message is the one that's really permeating throughout not only the country, but the world.
And when you moved here to Charleston many years ago, it was already changing.
Yeah.
Where do you see Charleston changing in the next 5 to 10 years?
It's a completely different town than when I moved here, like you said, 9 years ago. Just to see the rapid growth of the buildings, the hotels, the restaurants, the scene, everything is just so much bigger. It's kind of like, I came from Boston and the New York area, and now you can see all of that kind of Northeast, New York influence here in town. And it's been crazy to see because I haven't been here that long. I mean, you grew up here.
Yes.
You see it every day.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, it's just been fascinating. I think it's a double-edged sword. It's been really good for some aspects of Charleston. I mean, the airport.
Yes.
You can finally go places now and not have to
Yeah.
pay that much money.
Are you going to London?
Maybe at some
Okay.
point. When the baby's christened, we're going to go
Yes.
to London.
Oh, good.
Yeah. My wife is half English, so we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's opened up so many doors for people, and it is what it is. It's so well preserved, and it's a slice of life that people really want to come and observe. And when they get here, the saying that you drink the water, and that's what happened to me. I drank the water. People become enchanted because it's such a charming city. Now, that being said, we do have a lot of issues. Infrastructure, of course, being one of them. We've got to fix these roadways, and we have to do it soon.
And you talk about slice of life in restaurants. What is your favorite restaurant right now in Charleston?
That's the hardest question you've ever asked me. Really into Stella's right now. That's Mediterranean kind of Greek food downtown. That's really, really good. I want to try Trad's. That seems pretty good.
I walked by it yesterday.
I was at, let's see, not Coogan's Porch, but High Cotton the other day for brunch.
I love their whipped mashed potatoes.
I mean, I tell you, you can't find a bad meal in this town.
No.
It takes a lot.
You're right about that.
I'm hungry thinking about it. Some reservations.
Where we go for breakfast here? But hey, listen, you talked to me about staying here as Good Morning America. Good Morning Charleston.
One day,
America.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll stick with this right now. That works.
Now you have a baby on the way. You're married. But when you look into your crystal ball, what do you see in your future?
I hope to see, being on that desk, waking people up, putting smiles on their faces at 5 o'clock in the morning for the foreseeable future. There's nothing I would rather do. Like I said, I didn't think I had a shot at doing this. I got lucky enough to be here, and I don't take that for granted. It's something that I enjoy doing, and something I want to do in the future.
That is so great to hear. Jon Bruce, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Anything for you, Quintin. You know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.